to help combat a BPD episode from rumination on lack of identity or lack of self. To stop this panic from increasing, we need to refocus and redirect. And this will also help from your heart rate to not continually increase because your attention is diverted to other stimuli. If we allow thoughts like these to continue to ruminate and escalate, the likelihood for the episode to spiral and get more out of control and resulting in acting out in ways that later doesn't feel so good. It can be very overwhelming when you realize you've kind of gotten onto that thought train of realizing, wait, who am I? Suddenly feel you have no idea. You feel empty and you feel that kind of like black hole within, that void expanding. And all you want to do is make sure that there's still color. It can induce a sense of panic and we want to combat that. When these thoughts start, remind yourself of all the things that you do love and enjoy. Have this ready in either notes on your phone or physical journal. Recommend doing this today if you haven't spent the time to honestly reflect, not in a way where you're trying to impress others. This is just for you. What brings you a bit of joy? For me, I love to paint, I love to collect seashells, I love listening to the birds chirping early in the morning, and I find inspiration in the sky. Even when I lack identity or I feel the void inside is expanding, I always combat these thoughts with things that I do know for sure about myself and things that are just undeniably true. This way, it affirms to yourself that through no other way but through yourself, that in fact, you do know you, even if it's just a couple of things. And that feels nice and empowering to remember. And you can even do one of those things, even if it's something simply like listening to the birds chirping. Speaking to yourself in your mirror and telling yourself that I love you, followed by your name. And then whatever motivations or affirmations that are applicable to you and your life. It may feel or seem silly, but I promise you it helps. It affirms you, your existence, and you are an individual that's worthy and deserving, just as every human is. The kind of sick part of BPD is when you can easily and so quickly empathize and understand others, but when it comes to ourselves, it feels that somehow we are the exception and we just don't deserve any of that. I'm here to tell you that we do. We are also worthy of empathy and understanding, and of our own empathy and understanding. When you combat these extremely negative, intrusive thoughts from the beginning, the likelihood to spiral into a full-blown BPD episode minimizes. It's not foolproof, of course, but doing these practices regularly, especially when you feel a BPD episode being triggered from lack of identity, lack of self, reaffirms your existence and identity.